So Nunu now has Banshee's Veil, which is excellent against his enemy team because it is a lot of magic damage, but also because, well, the Ash Arrow, the one champion that isn't magic damage, is only a one-shot deal. So if you can block that with your Banshee's Veil, that makes a lot of difference. And Garen actually getting out this time. So we can see a lot of back and forth here in the middle lane, and really if they just pushed one of the side lanes, this match wouldn't be this hard to, well, win. And now it is, yeah, it's all about these details. Oh, Nunu actually getting away, nice. And Ezreal, come on, get back. So sad. He's 1-6 now, so he's not doing too well, but he'll probably come back because, well, I don't tend to get too many of the replays where people actually really fail, which happens, but well. But let's see him go on a nice killing spree here. So this fighting for the middle all the time is really, yeah, you should really avoid that. You should spread out, just like, well, anywhere, in any game. You should really be all over the map in this case. I mean, there are times when you want to stick together as a group, but in this case it's probably best not to do that, because you're losing so much experience in the lanes. Also, the jungle hasn't been cleared in a while, and we haven't had a single dragon this game. So it's probably time to go do something about that. So just warding Baron here, even though, yeah, the enemy team is probably not going for it anytime soon. So finally we see some spreading out of champions, but then they all focus on the top lane, where they now have to share the experience once again. Yeah, it is really, most of this game is up to is about getting the gold you need, and if you just leave the two side lanes to do nothing, basically to just, well, kill each other without anyone around, then it is really hard to get the gold you need for your build. Oh, by the way, now we see the Archangel staff, so actually nice amount of mana regen, of course a nice amount of mana as well, and we see some big damage going off on both sides. And who's this? Garen actually escaping there, but yeah, the rest of the team is dead. But this is the problem of pushing the lane too much. You actually get too close to the turrets and then just get killed, because you don't have the freedom of movement. You don't get to choose where you want to go. You can only go in one direction, because in the other direction you're going to get killed by the turrets. So they are going to lose the turret now. Even though they have been defending all game in the middle, they still lose their turret, because once you lose one of the fights, then your turret is gone. So they don't have anything to show for that whole time. And it might have been better to lose the turret a little bit earlier, but then get all of the experience in the side lanes or in the jungle, or get a dragon or maybe two. Because all the turret kill gives them is some gold and maybe some experience. Well, probably some experience. But yeah, for that they have to fight all game, and yeah, if you can get a dragon, that's just as much gold. And of course, well, it lacks experience, but well, you can get experience from the side lanes then. Yeah, I'm really sorry I don't have anything else to report here. And if you have a higher elo or, well, better played Ezreal game where the whole team doesn't just stand around in mid all game and basically harasses each other, then feel free to send it. But I think this game is still worth the trouble, because it gives us some insight in what not to do, which is also a good idea. Or rather, how the low ELO handles the situation. Get this Veigar. Veigar got off like 4 spells there, even though he should have died the instant he came into sight, because he had no health. Finally picking up a kill here on the Swain. So, are we going to see a turnaround here? Because it was 12 to 20, I think, after the last fight. Not actually sure. So is this Ashe going to die? Nope. So from on the enemy team, well, oh, there's still 3 alive. Yeah, so I guess getting out of there is a good choice, but yeah, they might have also gotten one of the jungle sides, I guess. Don't know how to call them. So either this side of the jungle or this side of the jungle. And they might have gone for dragon, because it's not like the opponents can stop them. They might be able to outsmite them, but yeah, with a Nunu on your team, that should never be a problem. Because Nunu has consume and smite, and that means that you will never lose a dragon or a baron if he's anywhere near good enough. So picking up the blue buff here, which helps with the cooldowns. As you can see, not full cooldown reduction. And without full cooldown reduction, you can really benefit from the blue buff. Of course, the mana regen really isn't necessary at all when you have the mana immune and Archangel staff. But it's okay. I mean, if nobody picks it up otherwise, why not you? So Veigar coming in here, and Ezreal going to try to stop him. Yeah, he should have probably used his ultimate a little bit sooner to just get as many minions as he can and to just scare away the Veigar. And this was a prime opportunity to actually kill Veigar. Going for the Mercury Strats here, which is an okay choice, I guess. But yeah, since there are so many spells which require cooldown reduction, I think the cooldown boots would have been good as well. And of course we have the no, this is physical damage. Hang on, let me. I'll show you whatever. So this is magic damage. This is magic damage, and this is magic damage. So the magic penetration boots are also good. Sorcerer's Shoes. Because it helps with your skills, everyone except for the Q. But well. So Vigar once again dying. He has been doing a really good job early game, but not so much late game. Or later game. This is not really late game yet. Most of the turrets are still alive. And yeah, since most of the turrets are still alive, you still have some. Well, you're basically in the middle game, in mid game, because end game is when if you lose a team fight, you're pretty much dead, unless you're really far ahead, of course. But here, if they lose a team fight, they will lose a turret, but that's about it. Maybe an inhibitor if the enemy actually. No, it's still 2 turrets there. Never mind. So again, 4 in the same lane, 2 lanes unmanned, and I don't really have any pushing champion. Well, I guess Nidalee can push quite quickly. And Garen, depending on what he builds. But I think Nidalee would be the champion of choice for me to go into the top lane, because she can escape. She can push the lane pretty effectively because she can kill the. Wow, nice damage. But she can kill the minions with her cougar form, and then just push to the turrets. And then once one of the opponents gets there, she can just run out in cougar form, making her ideal for a split push. I mean, she's not as good as Twisted Fate, especially AP, because then you can go for the Hourglass, the Zhonya's Hourglass. And with Zhonya's Hourglass and your ultimate, you can always get away. Because you just activate your ultimate, and then once you teleport, you activate the Hourglass, and it lasts for 2 seconds, and your teleport also lasts 2 seconds, or takes 2 seconds to take effect. So you can always get away. Nice stun there on Sona, and an excellent Janna ultimate there. Rammus trying to suicide in there, but decides at the last second that it's maybe not the best idea to run in at 10% health. And Janna is building something really tanky because she has a lot of life. And Vigar once again coming in to die. I don't know, he has been doing so brilliantly early game, and now he just keeps dying. Don't know what his skill depth is by now. He's 7 and 9, and he started off something like 3 and 1, maybe even more. Oh, unfortunately, Ashe gets away there. But yeah, that's what happens if you don't focus. And well, they have 2 slows on their team. Nunu has a slow. Yeah, Nunu has 2 slows, but I'm not counting the ultimate. I'm just counting the fact that he can Ice Blast, and then Sona has a power cord that can actually slow, and that one would help a lot as well. I like the new Sona setup, by the way. It has been here for quite some time now, but they redesigned the power cord on Sona a while back. It used to be that it always did double damage and that's it. But now you can actually choose what to to use your power chord for. You can use it as a slow, as a damage reduction, or as a double damage multiplier. And yeah, nice. Actually up to 5-7 now, so 4 kills in a row without dying. And they should really take out his turrets. And of course, if you have nothing to do, why not go jungling? So by now this turret is going to fall as well. And Nunu should probably use use the Blood Boil on one of the AD champions, because they are really a lot better at taking down turrets than Sona would be. And it's really it's details, I know that, but the details are what makes the difference between playing decently and playing good. Well, not playing a good game. It's not really the difference between winning and losing at this ELO level. I mean, at this ELO level it's more important not to run into simple traps, or to run into the stun of Vigar or something like that. And getting into team fights when you don't want to, because that happens a lot. Yeah, I don't know why he stayed in there. I mean, they would have gotten the kill anyway. There were 3 other champions there. Well, I don't care. So did he give away? Yeah, he gave away some gold there, but 139 extra gold for his what is it, 5 kill streak. Yeah, so everybody is just yeah, running around a bit. Nunu is farming here, which is great. Garen is just walking around a bit. Sona is running somewhere. Not a whole lot going on. So the enemy team is in their base trying to get rid of this super minion, but there are more super minions coming. And they are of course going to have trouble with them, because they don't have a real AD carry except for Ashe, and Ashe seems to be out of it for some reason. Yeah, who are we going to kill? Nobody. I don't know. It's just another random arrow, which means that the next 60 seconds she won't have an arrow. Making it so much easier for the blue team to get into team fights without actually losing. So once again going for the blue buff. 0.75 cooldown reduction. That's probably something in the masteries. No, it's I don't know. Yeah, it probably is. So are they actually going to let Vigar get away is the big question. Whoa, a lot of damage from Nidalee's spear there. Javelin. I keep saying spear because one of the other commentators keeps calling it a spear, and it's not, it's a javelin. Difference between the two is that a javelin is to be tossed, and so you actually throw a javelin, and you never throw a spear because a spear is very long and very heavy, and you have to use 2 hands to actually use it as a weapon. So with Nunu there, they should be able to easily grab this and not let it go to the opponents. And Yeah, I don't think he actually used smite there. Or consume. And actually giving away 2 kills here? Or was that... The first one was, I think, an enemy. But now it's not looking... Yeah, it's not looking very good. So it's 2 for 3, so that's still reasonable, since Baron buff is worth a lot of experience in gold. And they are going to catch this one, yeah. So 3 for 3. That makes it totally worth it if they can get out. So the 2 tanky characters. And Garen not actually with his ultimate here. And wow, actually picking off the Nunu as well. And Garen really needs to get out of here. Garen using his Guardian Angel there, probably is going to get the kill on this guy. Oh, once again getting trapped. It's amazing how he gets trapped by this this stun all the time. I mean, that's like 4 or 5 times in a row. And unfortunately, that means that nobody has the Baron buff anymore. So it was still worth it, gold wise and experience wise, but yeah, really, you do this for getting the Baron buff, and all of a sudden nobody has it anymore. The inhibitor has respawned, or otherwise they would have had a lot of super minions in their base. And I didn't pay attention to who got dragon, but that doesn't really matter anyway. Well, it doesn't matter for them, but not for me. But it was a nice fight around Baron, and we finally saw the advantage of being in a team, or being grouped up as a team. Of course, it might have been a better choice to just deal with the opponents before killing Baron and then going back to Baron, because now they can actually hang on to the Baron buff, and he is all alone here. Getting out of there with his teleport skill, his E, and he should probably get out of there because yeah, they saw him. And flashing over the wall, really nicely done. So some nice heals going off there, and back to about half health. Well, now 1/3, but oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, the aura of Sona actually helped out there a little bit too, because it helps you deal a little bit more damage even. And we will see here additional damage and ability power, but it doesn't say how much. So finally, are we going to see some push in this lane? That would be great. Someone should really go here. Someone like Nunu, who's not in the fight anyway. I mean, this is a lot of gold. This is like 20 minions. And that's about 500 gold, or something like that. Well, most of them are the caster minions, of course. Yeah, the enemy seems to be using their crowd control really effectively. Of course, they do have a lot more crowd control, because they have slows and taunts and stuns and everything. And dying once again. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything useful going on, but there's not. It's just a little bit of jungling here. I don't know why she wouldn't just take red buff and the golems and then go for dragon, but instead she's going back at full health and halfway through her mana. Anyway, Nunu doing exactly the same thing, going back instead of taking out this minion wave. Guess he was scared of Ashe or something. I don't know. I don't know. So, from this whole game, we see that in these lower ELO games, there's not a lot of pushing going on. So when they kill one of the opponents, they just stay in the lane. They just keep doing what they were doing. While in the high ELO, if you lose one of the champions, so if you kill one enemy basically, you're going for the next turret, and you know that the enemy cannot really defend that. So relatively easy kill on Rammus there, because he just stayed in when everyone was coming. And now they should probably stick together with all 5 of them. And yeah, he actually caught her with the slow. And this is why it's unfortunate that they don't have any crowd control effects. Oh, nice! Wow! That was a lot of damage. Yeah, that's because of the AP that's in there. I mean, of course, the basic damage is pretty decent, but yeah. Overall, it's a good amount of damage there. That's just added to the flat amount. So once again killing this guy, and then are they going to catch up with Sona? Oh no, Janna, sorry. Janna using her ultimate to heal, which is not the best idea when you're against 3 of your opponents on your own. And yeah, Nunu getting focused here quite a bit. Then again, they are focusing Rammus, so it's kind of useless damage on both of the teams. Because it takes a lot of damage to take HP off of Rammus. And the same goes for Nunu. So nice heal going off on Garen, actually keeping him alive. Well, he still does have his Guardian Angel shield up, but it's nice if you don't have to use it, because then you have it up for the next time. So minions are pushing in here, and this is what they should have been doing early game, pushing this lane, because it's so hard to defend 2 lanes at once. It's easy to attack 2 lanes at once, because then you're the aggressor and you know where you are going to push, and the enemy has to react to that, and therefore is always at a disadvantage. The towers of course give them a huge advantage, so you should really not engage the enemies, so the champions within turret range. So eventually it seems going 8 and 10, which is still a reasonable score. And yeah, I hope you still enjoyed the game, even though it wasn't very exciting early on because of, well, all the staying in lane crap. I mean, they stayed in lane, or they stayed with 5 of them in, or 4 or 5 in the middle lane all the time, and that just makes for unexciting gameplay. All in all, I think it's a decent demonstration of how Ezreal works, and how you should not behave as a team, but still, it's a decent game to watch. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.